Chapter 88 Ascending Longwen away. The 9-9 Seal Zhonggran formation, with the entirety of the Great Killing Heaven dynasty's underbelly sealed beneath it. The moment they analyzed this news, Gong Yongsheng, Long Shenwu, Li Shenji, and Yi Divine Needle all had their eyes light up. Gu Hai looked at the four directions of a pile of ruins, but his face sank. "No, when you can't stay in Metropolis," Gu Hai said in an incomparably resolute tone. The crowd frowned as they looked towards Gu Hai. Obviously, at this time, no one wanted to leave. "Gu Hai, we haven't even met with Great Emperor Xu yet. If we leave at this time, wouldn't we be losing Great Qian etiquette?" Li Shenji frowned. Gu Hai glanced at Li Shenji and said in a deep voice, "Camp Master Li, you don't need to be mad at me. When you is leaving, but you can't leave." "Oh," Li Shenji was slightly stunned. "As you said, you haven't met with Great Emperor Xu yet. Hey, do you know that Great Emperor Xu doesn't have the time to meet with us at all? If we don't take the initiative, we don't know how long the meeting will wait. Instead of that, why don't we let when you go first?" Gu Hai solemnly said. "Brother-in-law, I'm not leaving. I don't feel the danger." Or Longwen Yu frowned. Gu Hai looked at Longwen Yu and said with a slight bitter smile, "You don't feel the danger. But, with the depth of the Great Killing Heaven dynasty, the news shouldn't be hidden for long, right? Earlier, that Great Killing Sage was gone, but he would give up on all this. This place is a source of chaos. For your safety, you must leave immediately." But Longwen Yu was a little reluctant. "Forgot what I said." Gu Hai looked at Longwen Yu and said incomparably solemnly. The demon ghost spirit in his body also spoke immediately. "Right, Wen Yu. Listen to Gu Hai, this prophecy of yours. Again, you can't prophesy about a stage that's too far away. Gu Hai's analysis is right. Sooner or later, something will happen. So let's leave earlier." Longwen Yu was torn for a while, but when she thought that last time, she didn't listen to Gu Hai's words and almost caused Gu Hai's death, she could only bring a wave of unwillingness and nodded, "All right." Gu Hai, however, smiled faintly. Turning his head, Gu Hai looked at Yi Divine Needle, Unique Yi. "The news from Metropolis. You'll report it to the Great Qian Sage, right?" "Not bad. For such a big event, I will definitely report it to His Holiness as soon as possible," Yi Divine Needle solemnly said. Gu Hai took a deep breath and said, "I guess, if Wen Yu doesn't leave now, she won't be able to leave soon, so it has to be fast." "Oh," Yi Divine Needle was slightly stunned. On the side, Long Shenwu steeply looked at Gu Hai with narrowed eyes. "Holding Longwen Yu as a hostage. Use it to threaten Doqian in case Doqian stirs up trouble at this time," Long Shenwu said in a deep voice. One must know that just now, if it wasn't for Gu Hai's reminder, he hadn't even thought about it upwards. "Yes, so, Wen Yu must leave immediately, while I, Camp Master Li, cannot leave." Pretending that Wen Yu is still in Metropolis, only to bother Unique Yi to make a trip. "Please escort Wen Yu away," Gu Hai solemnly said. "Ah, brother-in-law, you're not leaving." Longwen Yu was instantly worried. "It's fine. I'll be safe when you're safe." Gu Hai smiled and comforted. Longwen Yu was depressed. Li Shenji didn't make any trouble at the moment because, as long as he could stay in Metropolis, he would be fine. Long Shenwu nodded. Gong Yongsheng, however, revealed a hint of doubt. His Holiness was precious to Longwen Yu, to this extent. Yi Divine Needle took a deep breath, looked at Metropolis, and finally gave a slight salute to Gu Hai. "Unique Yi, what are you doing?" Gu Hai instantly dodged. "Mr. Gu, the sun really didn't look at you wrongly. Only you would wholeheartedly think about the county princess. In fact, I originally didn't want to leave this place, but you are right. Everything is not as important as the county princess. I will protect the county princess well. Don't worry. If you have anything you want me to do, I can help. Try my best to help you," Yi Divine Needle solemnly said. "Me? If Lord Yi can spare a hand, help me look after Chaos City. in case there is an invasion of foreign enemies. Gu Hai solemnly said, I will certainly fulfill my mission. Yi Divine Needle answered in one gulp. All right, Long Wenyu is leaving, so I won't see him off. I'll also go back to my residence to see if my people are injured, Long Shenwu said in a deep voice. The crowd nodded, and Long Shenwu retreated. Gong Yongsheng at this moment was simply unwilling to leave. Gu Hai couldn't persuade anything and let him be. Long Wenyu was depressed and went to pack her bags, letting me go on the road alone again. How annoying, Long Wenyu said in a depressed manner. Gu Hai, however, went to find Bingji and the others. Your Majesty, your earlier Zhong Sanfeng. That was awesome, Bingji said with a smile. It's just a trick, Ziwei and Chongsheng. How are you guys eating? Gu Hai smiled and looked at the two of them. Eating what? I was just about to eat a beef shank when the kitchen collapsed. Yeah, my sip of wine. I haven't finished it yet. The duo looked depressed. Oh yeah, this is the painting you asked for. I'm a month. I can only paint one. So you'll have to make do with what you've got. Chung Sheng handed over a beast-skin scroll, just about to unfold it. Pa. Gu Hai immediately stepped forward and closed it with a hand, a cold sweat breaking out on his forehead. Almost, it was unfolded. It's fine. I'll turn back and read it slowly. Gu Hai smiled slightly bitterly. Nojisa nodded. Both of you, although the food in the kitchen is gone, but I've already had someone go and buy a large amount of food earlier. It's enough for you guys to eat all the time. Gu Hai laughed. Oh, really? It's still you who's thoughtful. Ziwei's eyes instantly lit up. That's for sure. Not long ago you guys treated me to a meal. Can't I manage to get enough? It's just that this time, there's one more thing that I need to ask you to for help, Gu Hai said with a bitter smile. Oh, you say? The two were extremely polite. Long Wenyu is about to leave. Please two of you follow Long Wenyu and protect Long Wenyu's safety along the way, Gu Hai solemnly said. Just this. Don't worry, just have food, the duo said openly. Thanks a lot, Gu Hai laughed. Turning his head, Gu Hai looked at Bingji. Bingji, you go along first. Be safe on the way. Gu Hai looked towards Bingji. Bingji was silent for a moment and nodded. Obviously, she also understood that this was the Emperor protecting himself and letting himself go first. After arranging everything, Long Wenyu bid farewell to Gu Hai in reluctance. Brother-in-law, come back early, Long Wenyu said with a reluctant face. Don't worry, I'll be back soon, Gu Hai laughed. Then I'll go wait for you in Kaoguo. Long Wenyu bit her lips. Good, Gu Hai nodded. An immortal crane carriage, slowly carrying the crowd, shuttled away through the ruined and chaotic metropolis. Seeing Long Wenyu leave, Gu Hai took a long breath. With Yi Divine Needle escorting her, Wenyu shouldn't be in danger, right? West of the city, Bat Valley, the place where the great killing scent came out. Bat Ancestor led a large number of bat demons who had long ago taken control of it and examined it carefully. In the middle of the city, the cultivators are out, and the city is in the midst of rapid repair in all directions. A floating island slowly floated up in the air. A large number of cultivators cast spells, fine rain falling, constantly eliminating the smoke and dust in the city. Wailing everywhere, there are also a large number of cultivators responsible for rescuing. A little while after Long Wenyu's group left Metropolis City, rumble. A large number of Great Yuan troops blocked off the four directions of Metropolis City. The immortal crane car entered the mountains and forests. Yi Divine Needle's eyes narrowed slightly as he looked into the distance. Luckily, Gu Hai reacted quickly, and we left early. If we leave now, we won't be able to leave. That's for sure. That's my brother-in-law, Long Wenyu immediately said with a smug face. Bingji looked at the distance with a complicated expression, a trace of worrying flashing in her eyes. Only Ziwei and Chongsheng were mindlessly still continuing to eat. Metropolis. Yi Divine Needle arranged for a large number of night god guards for Gong Yongsheng to deploy, and Gong Yongsheng also ran around during this time. Li Shenji also dispatched his own Shenji battalion to study the seals of Metropolis City. Gu Hai, however, was sitting in his own manor, repairing the crumbling floating islands. Metropolis City had countless craftsmen specializing in construction, and after spending some money, it was all fixed. Moreover, this money was sent by Mo Yike especially to send a reparation plus a thank you. The four sides of the city wall were surrounded by the army. Mo Yike hurriedly rushed to the ancient sea manor. At the mouth of the manor, Mo Yike and Gu Hai met. "Mr. Gu, thanks a lot for earlier," Mo Yike said with a solemn salute. "Mr. Mo is polite. I was just making an offering. Where else would I be needed if Great Emperor Shu made a move?" Gu Hai laughed lightly. His Majesty appeared a little late after all. If it wasn't for Mr. Gu, Metropolis was a living hell. So thanks are still due. Mo Yike laughed. "Oh," Gu Hai smiled indifferently. "Just now, I went to meet His Majesty the Great Joy Hall. And for the previous matter of Bat Ancestor and King Shikong searching the Qian envoy, His Majesty also knew about it, and did some chastisement to the duo." Mo Yike laughed. "Hey," Gu Hai smiled faintly and didn't pick it up. "Just do some chastisement." Mo Yike, but slightly bitter smile. "Mr. Gu, do not blame," His Majesty said. "Bat Ancestor and Shikong King's rudeness must give an explanation to the Qian ambassador. Ready to set up a banquet, please, when you county princess, in the Dayo Temple meeting, at the same time in the Dayo Temple, in front of the civil and military officials, to the Qian ambassador to apologize." "Oh," Gu Hai raised his eyebrows. "Setting up a banquet at the Dayuya Hall." Gu Hai's eyes narrowed slightly. It was the same as what he had guessed. I don't know if Emperor Shu thought of it or if Mo Yike suggested it. Have they already started working on detaining Long Wenyu and holding back the Great Jian dynasty? It's really not a coincidence. Gu Hai, however, suddenly shook his head. The previous great killing out. The killing intent rushed to the heavens. County Lord Wenyu was shocked. Now in the tranquility of the spirit to recuperate, unable to go to the banquet, but also ask Mr. Mo to report to Emperor Shu. Allow County Lord Wenyu to rest for a period of time, to recover her mind, and then go to the Great Joy Hall. Otherwise, it will be a loss of etiquette. Gu Hai smiled faintly. Mo Yike, however, steeply raised his eyebrows. Long Wenyu was in shock and needed to recuperate. It might be true, but, with Mo Yike's wisdom, it was even more instantly thought that it was Gu Hai's pretext. Long Wenyu, still in Metropolis. Mo Yike looked at the ancient sea. The ancient sea smile is very flat. If it is someone else, perhaps really believe. But in front of him, there's the ancient sea Mo Yike, but know the ancient sea's ability. The same also believe that the ancient sea can guess their own purpose. In this case, the dragon Wenyu will not be the ancient sea sent away. Thinking of this, Mo Yike had a jolt. County Master Wenyu is in shock. How could that be? His Majesty asked me to receive you all. But it is my dereliction of duty. Mr. Gu, please allow me to visit County Mistress Wenyu's condition and express our apologies. Moreover, my Dayon still has a lot of tranquilizing treasures, so as long as County Mistress Wenyu is in need of them, I'll fetch them right away. Mo Yike opened his mouth at once. Mo Yike wanted to make sure that County Lord Wenyu was not around anymore.